Hello, everybody. I hope you've had a fantastic week this week at school. I hope you've learned lots. I hope you have laughed lots. And I hope you are looking forward to the weekend. Now, today, my assembly is about something really exciting that happened this week. And it was earlier on in the week. But this week, you may know your mums or grands or someone else you may know have told you was actually International Women's Day. And my assembly is all about that today. So, what actually is International Women's Day? Well, it's a global day celebrating the social, economic, cultural, and political achievements of women. So, all those amazing women out there in the world celebrating all the great things they are doing. That's what this day is all about. Every year it's on March the 8th, and it's a really important day to celebrate the achievements of women all over the world, to raise awareness about women's equality, because unfortunately we do live in a world where in some jobs men get paid more than women. In some companies, men get paid more than women. In some countries, women don't go to school or get education. So actually making sure we raise awareness about women being equal to men. We're actually using the day to fundraise, and people do raise money on that day for female-focused charities. And this actually, the first International Women's Day was held way back in 1911. So this isn't something that's new. This is something that's been around for a very long time. But as with all these things, the longer they're around, the greater awareness comes and the bigger excitement and pace that is surrounding it. So here's a circle. Now this circle kind of shows different elements that come through this day, just to remind us about what will happen. So philanthropy, that's a really good long word, isn't it? Philanthropy. But that is part of International Women's Day. So as I said, it's about raising awareness of women's issues and women's equality, and fundraising, and actually using that money back positively to support women in different roles in their lives. It's about collaboration. So during the day and celebrating the day, it's about forming those partnerships and working with others to share that mission to create that gender equality. It's about uplifting women, so celebrating their achievement and raising the visibility of women in different careers, particularly. And thinking about a call to action. So having each and every one of us really understand what this day is about, but also sharing that with others so that they raise their awareness as well. So this year there is a theme. Now, generally with lots of these international days, there's always a theme. And this year the theme is break the bias. So you might want to say that with me again. Break the bias. And there is an action that you can see here. So I wonder if I count to 3, everyone can say break the bias. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3, break the bias. And what that means is it's about everyone recognising that we need to do more to break down some of the things people think about what women can and can't do. So a very long time ago, there was the idea that women couldn't be in the army because they're weak and they won't be very good at that, and the bag will be too heavy and they couldn't carry this and they won't be able to run as fast. But actually, that's not right, is it? That's really old thinking. That person, those ideas came from a very long time ago, and we know that women can be fast and strong and determined just like a man. And so women are now allowed in the army and have been for quite some time. Another bias may be that women are nurses, that they're not doctors, but that's not right. We know that women can be doctors and nurses. They can be surgeons. A woman can be anything she wants to be. So that's what breaking the bias is about. It's about challenging ideas about what women can do, when actually we know women and girls can do whatever they want. They can be whatever they want as well. So I want you to think for a moment now, talk about it with your friend. Who are the great women in your life? Who are the women that make a big difference to you? But also, who are the women who inspire you? So they might be somebody that you see every day, or it might be someone else. Who are the women that are important to you in your life? But also, who are the women that inspire you? Talk about it together for a moment. So I hope you had lots of great ideas. You might have said your mums, you might have said your grandmas, you might have said your gymnastics teacher, you might have said your karate instructor who's a woman, you might have said all these different things. You might have said some celebrities, maybe some singers or actors and all these other people who could be inspiring you. Really important. Now I'm going to share with you some people who inspire me. So here I am, dressed as a Spice Girl, with my sister in the middle, and this is my mum. And they are great women in my life. And another great woman in my life is my grandma. Here she is. This is when I was about 3 with my grandma. And here she is now at the age of 89. She is a great woman who inspires me, just like my mum and my sister as well. They are great women in my everyday life. But they're not the only women that inspire me. Michelle Obama, we have a class, I named a class after her, is an inspiration to me. That's a year 4. I'm probably getting very excited now. And Jali Ralph, she is an author. She has written a number of children's books now in the past few years, and she inspires me because actually she is writing books about things that can be quite challenging, but actually making them very accessible for a children's audience, and that inspires me. Maya Angelou is she's dead now, but Maya Angelou was a poet, was an activist, was a writer. Her words inspire me, and her journey through life inspires me as well. And I have to tell you as well, the women in St Mary's, the wonderful women I get to work with every single day inspire me. And that's on all levels. The ladies in the office that I work with, the ladies who run the kitchen, the ladies who are walking around every day as teachers, as LSAs, they inspire me. And it's a privilege to get to work with so many wonderful women. But it's also a privilege to get to work with so many of you young women. So all of you in reception, year 1, year 2, year 3, year 4, year 5, year 6, all of you wonderful young women inspire me as well and make me be better. And that's something that I think is really important. So we're going to have a little moment now. Here we go, feeling powerful women, a time to reflect. So it's not a prayer, it's a bit of a reflection, and it's a commitment. And we can say it together, or I will read it for you. So imagine a gender equal world, a world free of bias, stereotypes, and discrimination, a world that is diverse, equitable, and inclusive. A world where difference is valued and celebrated. Together, we can forge women's equality. Collectively, we can all break the bias. Have a look at some of these words here. Have a look at that picture. How does it make you feel? Think about the ladies in your life. Think about the women you have around you. Think about the girls that you have as friends. Think about how amazing they are and how we need to work together to make sure that world is equally wonderful for them in the same way that it can be if you're a man. Now today's song is a bit of, well, it's one that's going to get a few people up dancing, I think. This song is called I'm Every Woman. It is by Whitney Houston, who is a singer who I have loved since I was younger, an absolute inspiration to me, and I hope you enjoy it. I hope you are feeling pumped and inspired. We are every woman, just like Whitney Houston said. And at the end there was a little cameo from Shaka Khan, who actually wrote that song and performed it many years before Whitney Houston covered it. But I hope you enjoyed that. So just a last thought to leave us with today. Here's to strong women. May we know them, may we be them, and may we raise them. So to each and every one of you out there, I hope you are feeling really empowered about International Women's Day. Whether you are a female or not, actually it's all about empowering others, identifying the qualities that others have and raising others up. So let's look at those strong women that we have around us. Let's harness those as inspiration, and let's hope that as we grow up, and even as I continue to grow up, that we help to raise others up as well, because that's what we want to do in our community. I wish you a wonderful weekend, and I will see you soon.